friends, how are you? This is the Chaldonut speaking, and welcome back to the Talos Principle. I know we ended last episode in World 2 of the Land of the Dead, but I just noticed something that I wanted to show to you guys. A couple of things, actually. First of all, I never really paid attention to this, but there are satellite dishes and things on top of the tower's entryway, which means there's much more of a modern tie-in here than we've seen in a lot of the area's architectural themes, so it's possible we're going to see more modern stuff in the tower. Meanwhile, look at these statues outside of each of the worlds, or each of the buildings. We've got... I'm not sure exactly what these are supposed to be, because they don't have heads. But then we've got sphinxes over at the Land of the Dead. And then on this side, we've got angels. I don't really know... I guess that would mean more Christian tie-ins than in the last world. Possibly it's more like the end game, and that's where eternal life is, and that's heaven. I don't know. I guess we can't be sure what to expect, but we'll find out soon enough. It feels unlikely that that's heaven, though, because we could theoretically get there before we finish all the challenges in the Land of the Dead. So we're gonna see. Now, back to World 2 today. We need to solve some puzzles. I'm very excited to try out the fan, and also, hopefully, hear some more from Elohim about the world we're in. And I don't just mean World 2, guys, of course. I mean the Land of the Dead, and also just the world at large. Alright, well, let's start with... How about that one? What is this? I don't even know how to describe it, but I think it's worth checking out, just because it doesn't use too many things other than the fan. Oh, a QR code. I have come to see that these mysteries are not all for his children to solve. Only the designer himself could ever truly understand the infinite complexity of his creation. I will gaze at his work and worship. Where am I trying to go now? I want to go to this one. Man on the Moon. Can we walk on this? Oh, we can. I'm thinking maybe that's important. Alright, so we have this. What does that do? A little unclear on the concept here. Alright, so we can take the fans. Oh, that's how you do it. So you have to attach them to platforms. And then what happens exactly? I guess we get blown up into the air. Let's try it. Whoa! Alright. And there's a ladder out. Awesome. So we need to bring the cube in. Oh, this isn't that complicated as far as I can tell. Let's get out of here. For a second I thought this highlighted when I hovered over one, but it didn't. Anyway, what I think we want to do is drop that there and launch it over, right? Nope, I was wrong about that. Shoot, I think we just screwed up the puzzle. Yeah, it looks like it. We weren't supposed to do that. Oops. My bad. What we need... How would we do this, though? I guess we drop... There wasn't another cube or anything. Nothing on this side, right? Then how were we meant to do this? Oh, wait. No, if we launch that, that ends up there. We need to get over there, too. And this doesn't work. So we'd have to launch ourselves and then the cube, but that wouldn't work. Hang on, can I restart the puzzle? Nope. Alright, well, I think we've messed this one up, so we'll come back to it later. Possibly... I guess I could load a backup. Or I bet this will reset if we leave the world and come back. So let's do that and try that puzzle again. Because I'd rather not just leave it unfinished. But we also obviously can't complete it in its current state, considering we have no method of using the fan. So let's run back in, and hopefully this means that we're able to actually reset the puzzle and try it again. Yep, the cube is back where it started, so that's helpful. And we have access to this. Obviously, we can turn on the fan. But what does that do for us? Oh, can we just take this and go across? Like, will this fan weigh it down? Oh, it will! Oh, that's easy then. Alright. Not nearly as complicated as I expected. So, it's actually a trap to use this. They're going to trick you into using both fans there when you really only need to use one. That's pretty neat, actually. I like that. Okay. They're playing mind games with us now, that's for sure. Alright, we'll go around, I suppose, and just do them all. Higher ground. Wait, what's in this one? Oh, just the jammer. I thought I just missed it, but there's more. There's actually nothing else. Alright. So we have a lot of elevated platforms here. And a couple of jammers. Oh, so that means we're able to jam things from higher up that we can't get otherwise. That's the idea, I think. Right? Yeah, so this is the only way we're able to jam stuff, is by getting on the elevated platforms because we have barriers in between. Okay. So, what should we be jamming? That is the question. I think that, and then, what's back there, actually? Oh, keys. There are keys. Alright. And then we want to get up here. What is it, with this one? Yeah. Jam that gateway, which gives us access to the keys. Don't know where we're supposed to use them yet. I haven't seen where we're meant to put them, but that gives us keys. Then where are we going? This place is so big, I need to, like, climb back up just to figure out what we're doing. The sigil's probably over in that back corner, so we need to get in there, I think. Let's open this up and take a look at what's inside. Okay, this is just another room. There's a peephole, though, so that's helpful. Where is the locked door I'm supposed to open? I don't know. Oh, there's the sigil. Oh, okay. But the problem is, there's not an easy way in there. Let's climb back up. Okay. So what is likely to be our next target here? How do we get in there? Probably need to do some maneuvering around the back. Let's see. Can we see anything over here that would be worth jamming? Not really. Let's climb up on this. Oh, that maybe? Maybe that's what we're supposed to get? Yeah, I bet that is. And then we have that jam still. So let's see. Does that allow us to get to that other room back there? Can we make a right now? We can. So what's back here? Well, this is where we put the keys. Okay. And then we have to jam this. I guess someone met their end here. Seems we're all connected somehow, like distant family relations. Different versions, different series. What are we? Again, sheep bringing in the questions. Okay. Child program, codename One with Faith, terminated here. Then allowed the serpent into its heart. I asked the designer for forgiveness that I may join him in the eternal memory. So these are all the programs that came after. At, Samsara, and Sheep. Who cares? Just be grateful we don't have to read anything more about our great designer. Oh my goodness. This guy's being critical of One with Faith. So it sounds like he was terminated. He, like, was tempted, I guess? After being dedicated for a long time, and eventually he slipped up. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna be able to jam that. Seriously, I don't know how we can. Oh, wait, I get it. Okay. This is a multi-step process. We need to get that jammer that's inside around, so we need to jam that to get him in. Because we need a way to jam that one back there, but we can't do it unless we come through here, most likely. Yeah. So that's why we need that. Now, can we still... Oh, we need one more jammer here. We can do that, though, because that one is freed up at this point. Right? Yeah, so now he can go jam that instead, which should work, and then we come through around this way, through the door, and now we have another jammer? No, we can't access that jammer. Huh. Yeah, there's no way for us to access that jammer, right? Alright, well, let's run through here. So, we have a bit of a problem. Because those things are gonna kill us. Doesn't seem to be a way for us to stop them from doing that. There's no cover, no nothing. We're just gonna die. Alright, so this is a bit more complex than it originally seemed. It appears to be the right way to go. We're on the right track. We just need more thought here. So, that's our path. Oops, I just jumped off our path. Off our hill, excuse me. Yeah, so we have to wrap around. The problem is... Ooh, this is tough. We need... Oh, wait. This is kind of confusing. Because the problem is we've jammed that open. So we can get through, but now we have no way to deal with these guys. Because somehow they need to be offset. Oh, I get it. Here we go. This is a bit more complicated. We've actually messed something up. So we need to reopen the section with that jammer in it, that first one. Well, not the first one, the one on the inside. You know which one I'm talking about, right? We need to jam one of these guys and get him offset. So he's no longer in line with the other one. Like that. And then we jam this back up. And then we come back around here. Now we need to jam one of those. Offset them. Looks pretty good. Maybe I should be a bit more generous here. Alright, looks good. Now we need to reopen that, and there we go. It's a bit complicated, but I really like this puzzle. This one is really cool. I think it's great. So now we can kind of dodge around them, like this. Cut the gap. We need to wait for him to pass. We're being targeted. Duck through. I really should have given myself more leg room there on that one. Oh well, we can quickly... Oh shoot. No, I forgot to jam it. Dang it. I forgot to do the last critical step, which is jam open the gate. Oh, we died. Shoot. Ah, did we have to... Oh, we restart? Dang it. I got impatient. That was silly of me. That was my first mistake. Anyway. Now we know what we're doing, so let's quickly run through the whole thing from the top. Just review the whole strategy and how we beat the puzzle. So... That gives us the keys, right? Yeah. So this gives us the keys. Bam. Done. Now we come up here. We open this gate. Done. This allows us to open the locked door. Over. Now we have to come back around to the outside, right? Let's quickly take this jammer, jam one of these, offset the two. By a pretty wide margin, preferably. Let's jam this here. Let that get further away. Sweet, we've got a nice wide margin between them. Now we want to open that. We want to come in with this jammer, which is up here. come back down in here, jam one of these guys in place, and get them nice and offset. That looks like plenty of room to work with, right? Here, let's jam them. Wait for that to get, like, all the way to the end. Now they're pretty much completely offset, which is good news for us. And then, last step of the puzzle, we need to get that door open with this one. Shoot, we need 2 jammers for this, though, don't we? Otherwise, we can't open that door. Right? Yeah, we need 2 jammers for that. Wait, so how do we jam that last one, then? It's not actually that complicated to jam it, but we need to come back. Which we can't do. Is there any way we can position ourselves to jam that back gate? Nope. So we'd either have to jam that and not be able to get in, or jam this one. Weird. Yeah, because we definitely have to jam that. So maybe we've missed a step. Because if we come over here, it takes 2 jammers to get this gate open. It takes 2, right there. See? We have to hold both of those open, and then we have to hold this one open. Unless, maybe there's another way for us to jam this one. And then we can take the other jammer with us. I'm silly. Right, we can just grab this one once we get by. Wait, no, we can't, but that's inside. Oh, I get it. I think, maybe? Because we can get this open, bring this back out. Yeah. Why was I doing it with the peephole? That was ridiculous. I was letting the developers play mind games with me. This is actually not that complicated. We just open that, grab the jammer, which is back in here. We don't need that there. We need it over here. So let's put it down. And then we need to come back out through here, jam that instead, jump down, thank goodness for the sprint key, or else this would be painfully long to do. Then we come through, oh, but now we still can't get it back. Ooh. However, no, but that's still, we have the jammer with us, but this hasn't done us much good. Because there's no way for us to jam this with a different jammer. And we still have to jam both of these to get in. Oh, but now we can do that. Which saves us 1 jammer. Allowing us, therefore... Which one is it jamming? Probably not that one. Is it this one it's jamming? No. It's not that one. It's this one that's being jammed. So we take this jammer, jam that, come around, through here, take the jammer, come through. Now we can just maneuver our way, hopefully. Once this guy gets a little further away, we're going to duck to the side. Duck by this guy, please. Duck by this one. We want to give him space. Okay, we're through. Now, we should be able to get by these two with very little incident, because it's a wide path, and they're very spread apart. Fantastic! Alright. We did it! Hooray! I remember a couple episodes ago, I realized we might have hints available to us, and then we started solving puzzles without needing hints. I'm feeling great. Okay, what's left? We have probably time for 1 more puzzle. Maybe 2 if we solve them quickly. Alright, this one takes 3 tools. Everything new we've unlocked, and possibly even the jammer. Moonshot. There's a lot of talk about the moon here. I wonder why. Oh, well, I guess we're shooting something really high up into the air. That's clear. Oh, wait. Maybe we're throwing a connector into the air? I bet that's the case. Right? Let's see. So how would this work? We want to connect up to this, and then come over here, connect up to that, and place it here, right? So, oh yes! Oh, but it blows off. Yeah, it gets distorted. Weird. So what is this cube for? We obviously can't jump that with one cube. Are we just supposed to elevate this thing? Like, is that the whole point? Do we not even need the fan? Can we just do this? Like, can we just place it on top of these? Okay, apparently not. But it shouldn't work either with just one of these, right? Yeah, it's not gonna work. So we do have to use the fan, I just am not certain how. Unless, maybe, we're meant to put this on the fan, put the connector on too, and maybe that steadies it? I wouldn't think so, but we'll give it a shot. Oh, it does! The cube steadies the connector. Awesome. Alright. Well, that was quick. What did we just start to unlock? It looks like we're hanging onto some wall? Sticky gloves, I guess? I don't know. Oh, I feel like this is used for a bonus star. Somehow, some way. Because you have access to the sky. Feels like maybe that's important for a secret, and there is one secret in this level, or in this world, right? Yeah. Oh, is the library ready to tell us new stuff? Looks like it. Here's what I've been wondering while you were off carrying out commandments. You suggested that consciousness is not part of the same world as ordinary things. That means you can't weigh it, you can't throw it around, or cut it into pieces. It's completely beyond the laws of physics, right? I think so. Good. Now, the library is fairly consistent on the view that physical events are caused by other physical events. If you move your legs, it is because of the interaction between your neurons and your nervous system. But if consciousness is beyond the laws of physics, how can happiness physically make you jump for joy? I think this isn't really expressed correctly, because it doesn't physically make you jump for joy. Like, you become happy, which makes you do something. I may have said the wrong answer. Consciousness, I don't know, it's tough. These are difficult questions. I don't think it physically makes you jump for joy. I'm gonna go with that answer. But do you see that to explain your, dare I say it, hastily constructed belief system, you have rather thrown the baby out with the bathwater? Consciousness that does nothing at all is hardly consciousness as you claim to know it. I'm gonna say, I think that, the MLA is not really being accurate here, because consciousness doesn't necessarily physically make a change, but it affects your mental state. But that's technically a physical change too, because your brain is a system of neurons, but I feel like that's too literal a definition. I'm gonna go with this. Let me put it another way then. Conservation of energy. It states that total energy never changes. Compare a universe where you jump for joy and one where you decide not to. The former has more total energy in it, because the energy for you to jump wasn't caused by something physical. No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that... This place turns out to be built on physics. Who knows what the ramifications of doubting it may be? I don't know. I think I answered the questions too quickly. I should have given them more thought. He's right. There is a physical effect because it's affecting your brain, which is required to affect your mental state. So I made a mistake, but it's not the happiness that physically causes you to jump, though, and that's why I made my initial choice, but I should have thought about it a little more carefully. So I'm going to go with this one. Renouncing the ideas. Do you want to propose an alternative account? I'm gonna say no. How can consciousness be...
Do not think I know not the Deceiver slithering through the hidden words. His wisdom is hollow and born of despair. Do not let him tangle you in his webs of delusion. Have faith in me, and his petty illusions will fall away like nightmares in the morning's light.
So, the Milton Library assistant is the bad guy? The serpent in the Garden of Eden scenario. And Elohim is warning us, don't trust him. So we're starting to get into some difficult situations. The tomb, okay. So things are getting pretty interesting. I'm convinced there are answers here if we look hard enough. We have to work together on this. Okay, so I get that I'm supposed to retrieve these sigils, I just don't get why. Sure, the loud voice, Elohim, is telling me to, but this world of his has no context, no purpose, and no foundations from which to construct them. So Elohim... I'm starting to be a little confused too, because Elohim has warned us about the library assistant, who up there in Elohim's temple and by the tower seems pretty normal, but down here starts to be a little bit trickier to deal with, and starts being a bit more mischievous. I think we have to jam this. I think that's what we have to do first. Come in and check things out. Did I say mischievous? Mischievous. My bad. So I think we're supposed to get this laser activated, which gets us around here to what looks to be a new connector. What is this connector doing? Oh, it's giving us access to the sigil. So where's the old connector? There. The problem is, we're blocked from seeing this. I'm thinking this could be a positioning issue, but it's looking like it's not. Although the positioning issue may just be rooted... I don't know. Well, now we can actually go back. Hang on. Now we can open this like that. And then we get this jammer, which is fairly convenient. So now we can jam this from this side, allowing us to take the connector, go this way, jam that. Oh, right, oops. Yeah, that causes a problem. Because that... Oh, I see what we do. We take this back now. We go in here, connect up to this, like so. So I think I get what happened here with One with Faith. One with Faith got tripped up by the Milton Library assistant, who may or may not be the same in the Land of Death as he is in Elohim's temple and its connected areas. And he ended up doing some things that Elohim didn't want him to, and distrusting Elohim, despite being the One with Faith. So that's the serpent that was being discussed, who, of course, in the Garden of Eden tempts Adam and Eve and gets them into a huge amount of trouble with God because he tricks them into eating from the tree of knowledge. Anyway, we beat World 2, so that's good. let's head out of here. It's very confusing now, so I guess I should have seen that sooner. The library assistant is analogous to the serpent in the Garden of Eden. It's interesting, and it's true. I can see how that would work, because we sort of are used to looking through the archive. It's there at every world, after all. So there's that constant temptation to know what's going on and everything and try to figure things out. And the Milton Library provides a lot of answers that may or may not be right. Like, we can't really trust the archive, and we can't really trust Elohim for sure. So we're in a tough spot. But anyway, guys, we're pretty much out of time. We've gone through worlds 1 and 2 of the Land of Death now. We have to keep moving, though. And once we get through, I think it's 5? Yeah, once we get through 5, we'll have access to Building C up top here. So I'm very excited for that. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Please remember to like and subscribe if you did. This has been the Chaldonut speaking. Goodbye, friends, and I will see you all next time with some more of the Talos Principle.